Hello everyone and welcome back to YouTube's favourite series, Can You Complete Grand Theft Auto San Andreas as a Pacifist, aka without killing anybody. Well, listen to this.
But she had great tits.
Man tits. They were man tits.
Of course they were man tits all along. Welcome to Vertical Bird. What was the name of this one again? Basically, we've got to do something that we saw in NOE previously, and that is flying a plane. However, this time we're flying a Harrier jump jet, which is a plane that I am not very good at flying, and I'm not good at flying at the best of times. Already, just getting on board the ship, instantly dead. So I'm a little worried at this point. So I kinda didn't want to read the text, those 3 sentences that came up at the bottom of the screen there, but basically they were telling me sneak in by not driving your boat in there, swim in instead. And I learned that I think in the next turn of trying this, because once again instantly dead. Not so easy to go in unless you go in undetected. Avoid detection by the guards. That was something that I didn't pay attention to until I did, and you'll see from this that it goes a lot better. But taking it back to the thing about the planes, yeah, I am not good at flying planes, but luckily where there is a will there is a way, and there is always hidden cheese in these missions, and my job is like a rat. I'm seeking out the cheese, and you'll see later just how I managed to get around my lack of flying skill to complete this mission passively. Firstly, my first time flying this, and instantly struck by a rocket. Don't know the controls, it's been so long. Struck again by a rocket, think I'm going down. 3 times by a rocket, we're still fine. We're still fine, we made it under the bridge. We're going like impossibly slow right now. I'm really struggling with this, and just I think I'm actually going to get away with this. We see the cutscene, and I'm forgetting where I am. Just managed to pull up, and in this mission we're getting chased by those 3 identical planes, but you can see on the minimap, all 3 of them just crashed into a building. That is something that we can do very easily in this mission. Abusing the AI's lack of any sense. The AI will just fly into trees, buildings, anything you want. So I thought, you know what, actually going into the city was a good idea. Part 2, however, we have to go into the desert and blow these things up, and as you can see, with absolutely no reason, I'm very slowly crashing into a mountain and then into a tree, and the mission has failed. Yeah, when I said I wasn't good at flying, I was not lying. Straight bars as well, fire bars, drop a like for that. So we're back in on the, what's this, an aircraft carrier I guess, and once again, just run into the wall. Not doing that well. My idea was maybe I could jump into that plane, steal that plane off to whoever's driving that. Maybe that'll be go better for me, but no. He takes off too fast, so I had to just settle for the game's preferred choice. Flying around the buildings here, I don't know how I'm managing to survive. We haven't lost any of the planes though. They're all still up in the sky. You can see the 3 red Dorito chips, and we're straight into a building. See, the method sometimes works in your favour, and then in other times, flying in sharp circles around skyscrapers doesn't really work out well for you. So in that occasion, it didn't work out. I think this is my final attempt, and I believe no wait, this was someone I crashed into a bridge. Alright, forget that. I believe this is the attempt. I always show my full attempts, the final run from the start, so you can see there was no killing anyone. On this final attempt, I was like, can we just climb over the boxes and just get through it so easily? And yeah, I think he wouldn't have detected me, but my lack of sense triggered his sense, and took a couple of bullets, but you don't really need much health in this one. Once again, I'm chasing cars. In this one, you don't really need much health. I've still got half my body armor there.
Did you hear that?
Absolutely no problem. Then my brain started working. I woke up and my brain started working. I believe, yeah, there's one just crashed into a building. I thought, you know what, I don't actually need to fly around. They're going to fly around no matter what. They're going to fly around me. Why don't I just try and park? Not so easy to park this thing, as I found out. But yeah, if I could just park this on the ground or just on top of a building, they would just keep flying around until they crashed. And eventually 2 of them have crashed. There's still 1 flying around, but I'm trying to bring this thing down or just go very slow so it's very easy for me to maneuver. But I don't want to be a sitting target for any missiles. So eventually managed to just get onto the street and notice that yes indeed the final jet has exploded into a building. So I mean, I'm definitely not getting recommended for saying some of these lines, but yeah, the jet went into the building and we were off. Totally fine. Now you may notice that I've flown right to the end point of the mission without having completed the second part of the mission, which is to explode these 4 bolts. The game wants you to take your jet and shoot rockets at these 4 parked bolts in this kind of river inlet, this area here. It's kind of desert sea, but you don't actually need to do it with the jet at all. So I just grabbed my jetpack from the airstrip. I just flew over to it, did a little tour here just to show there's nobody on board. Just like the flight school, there is where you blow up some trucks. This is just like blowing up some ships, but there is nobody on board. So this is totally pacifist. No deaths, apart from the death of this engine that I'm shooting. Surprisingly, they don't take that many bullets to get them on fire, and then they will just explode. So, pretty simple. I thought it'd be a lot easier for me just to shoot it with a mini Uzi and get out of there, rather than have myself crash again trying to use the airplane. So what I did was just shoot them all. I thought, you know what, I'm going to risk it all. I'm going to see if this chicken can kill us by pecking us in the head. It can't, but I risked it all. Risked it all for that. And then just came back down here, took off the jetpack, and then we were able just to roll this into the hangar. And I even struggled with this. Even struggled with that. Luckily, a bit of the plane was over the end zone, so it was okay. 50 grand for that, by the way. We're making some serious money now. 50,000. And then on to Homecoming. Oh boy, where do I start with this one? This was not an easy one. In fact, this might be the most frustrating one. Yes, I believe this was the most frustrating mission I've done. We are now entering a small little mission arc now that we are in the Return to Los Santos, the final section of the game. There is 2 or 3 missions back to back to back. Oh, you want to buy a blender, by the way. We see this guy a lot, so get used to him. There's a lot of missions that are basically just hyped up versions of Doberman, which is where if you need to trigger a gang war and then win the gang war. Now I tried to trigger the gang war by running people over, by jumping out so it doesn't actually count as my kill, just jumping out of the car last minute. That didn't work. I couldn't get Sweet to kill them. If I like shot someone and then Sweet shot back at them and he got the killing blow, that wouldn't count as a kill. So I was thinking, what do I do? How do I trigger this gang war without killing anyone? Sadly, there is no way. Well, there is technically a way, which we'll get into later, but it's virtually impossible. Unconnected to the actual gang war part of this, there are, I believe, 8 of these little... I didn't actually get the kill blow there, but this is not the final mission, the final run of this mission, so it doesn't matter. There are like 8 of these drug dealers that you have to kill as well, that show up on the map. Very confusing system they were using here. But eventually had to shoot 3 guys to trigger this gang war. Turf war. I keep saying gang war, it's turf war. As you can see, the health was dropping low. Luckily I remembered there was body armor here. All I had to rely on, like, I had to obviously take the first 3 kills. Sadly, the spoiler alert, I do kill 3 people at the start of this in every possible scenario. We've got Doctor Strange looking through 10 billion scenarios. The amount of them that I don't kill 3 people in is 1, and that one is just too impossible. We'll get to that though, as I said. So I have to rely on ghost riding the whip and getting sweet to kill people. Now, let me tell you, of all the NPCs, and we can talk about Woozy, the blind guy, we can talk about Ryder, Big Smoke, the homies. Let me tell you, Sweet, bar none, is the worst companion possible. CJ's own brother, he is the worst. Like, I'm here with literally 0 HP and I'm looking for some health. I'm like, where's the soda machine that's around here? Eventually I found a soda, but it just said you've gone too far, and we had to start it again. But now that I've laid out the plan for this mission, let me show you the one possible way that you can do this pacifistly. All the way out here. This is another real Kevin strat. You go all the way out here and see these little gas cylinders. Yeah. I would need to roll one of these all the way back to Grove Street. Now, if you think it's not that far, let's have a little look. It's this far. And that's not driving. That's doing this. That's pushing this gas canister. But I was like, you know what? I've got to give it a go. See, the plan is you get the gas canister near 3 enemies and you rile them up and they shoot wildly, and one of their bullets manages to hit the gas canister, which explodes and kills them. But because it comes via the gas canister that I've pushed, somehow the game thinks that that is me killing them. So it counts as being able to trigger the turf war. But yeah, this thing, maybe on PC, I've seen it done on PC, maybe with a mouse and keyboard and a lot more control, it's a lot simpler. I spent a very long time trying to push these gas canisters with the controller on the PS2 version, and let me tell you, this is virtually impossible. I'm sure it's possible, but if I'm gonna do this a certain amount of times, I'm never gonna get these videos out every Monday and Thursday. So I try my best, but it couldn't be done. I'll show you how far I managed to get. Obviously with editing very much in this, because it took me so long. Every time I got it like a couple of meters, I would just walk through it. I would walk around it, over it. The frustration and finicky fiddliness of this was unbelievable. And if any car happens to hit it, the car will explode it instantly. And we have to push this up a lot of roads. So I knew that this was probably not going to go well for me. But I managed to get it, what's this, about 20 meters? And it's like night time now, starting in the morning. So I managed to push it up a little bit, but trying to push it up this hill was 2 steps forward, 12 steps back. So with a little bit of ×8 speed editing here, you can see that I managed to get it stuck somehow in the ground. No matter what I did walking over it, I just couldn't get it any further. So this felt like a good place just to give up. But that's not what I did. I kept on at it, and I went back for another gas canister. After trying so long with this one, and thinking maybe I can just nudge it a little bit, this thing did not move at all. So I went on to gas canister number 2, and I was in so much pain pushing this. It is such an unbelievably slow process, and you have to push it across the street. There's no way around it. You can't get this in a car, you can't forklift them. There is literally no way to bring one of these other than pushing it. And half the time you push it, it doesn't go anywhere. Half the time you push it, it goes the wrong way. And then there's this, where a police car just comes, and decides I'm going to just drive straight into it. And I thought, you know what, it's taken so long, it's taken the entire in-game day, and I've gotten, what, 20 meters maximum. So I thought, you know what, forget that, I'll go back to Sweet and do it properly. Did a handbrake turn and accidentally ran over Sweet. So that entire mission wasted. So here we are again. I found it was a lot faster not to take the car that the game wants you to take and drive up the Hollywood Hills, but instead just to mountain goat, just to Skyrim horse yourself down this steep hill onto the street and then just pick up a car in front of the burger shop. I don't know why it was easier. Here we are, Blender Boy again, and I'll skip past all the bullshit and just get to the point where I shoot 3 guys. Has to happen to trigger the gang war. I guess I shot the third of the guys there, made it into the edit, but no, there's no way around it. You have to kill 3 people unless you want to push that gas canister across the map, which was something that, for time purposes, I was not prepared to do. I'm sorry, but if you want to try it yourself, good luck. You're going to need a lot of time. And I've got a lot of patience for this game, but that was going just one step too far. So, coming back to how terrible a companion Sweet is. If you go literally like, I don't know, 10 meters away, Sweet is like, oh, I've lost you. I'm going to just do nothing. I'm going to be a statue. So, if you wanted to get Sweet to shoot anyone, you had to be really, really close to them. And I mean really close to them. And then Sweet would only shoot a baller if one of 2 things was happening. CJ was being shot, or Sweet was being shot. Now, the ballers don't actively target Sweet, so there's not really much of a chance for them to shoot Sweet. So it has to be a shot at CJ. Now, I searched around here, and I was like, where is any health? The heart on the minimap, by the way, is the love interest event thing. So, sadly, that was not a healing place. Tried to kill these 3 guys with a car bomb. And these are the kind of NPCs that are smart and will run away. Although, sometimes when you get them glitched out beside a building, when they're trying to run, they're just going to continually run into the side of the building like these 3. So, I kind of glitched those out a little bit. I don't know where Sweet is on the minimap. Oh, here he is. He's running. He's running and not shooting anyone. Just like Sweet normally does. Look at him. Now he gets in the car that goes on fire. It's unbelievable how bad a companion Sweet is. I really can't. This half his health bar are gone. And he's still not shooting anyone. He's standing right next to all these ballers. Won't shoot anyone. Went to run for body armor. Dead. Anyone want to buy a blender? So, we're back in here. I killed the 3 gangsters. Provoked a gang war. So it is gang war, not turf war. I don't know why I have turf war in my head. I'm always saying the wrong one. I tried to get a good little kill zone. I thought maybe I could poke my head out, take 1 bullet from one of these guys, and then Sweet will shoot back. Sweet is pretty good at killing them once he gets bullets on target, because the AK is pretty strong. However, you will see throughout this, Sweet, he shoots a few bullets, and then he does like what can only be described as a triple reload. He like starts to reload the gun, stops, starts, stops, starts, stops. It's like reload cancelling in old Call of Duty games. I really don't. Look at him. Just stand on top of the wall here. As CJ is getting shot at. Luckily he kills that guy. I believe this is the last guy here. No, wait, look at the minimap, there's loads of them. Sweet. Wait. Oh yeah, of course, the minimap, the red dots. Even more confusingly, the red dots on the minimap, they are these drug dealers that are not hostile to me at all. The tiny little purple squares, those are the ballers, of course. It's been a little while, it's been a couple of weeks since I played this, and now I've gone through, edited all the clips, and I'm doing the voiceover for it, so I'm a little forgetful, so sorry about that. It took me a little while to get over the trauma of this mission, which I truly hate. So here we are, killing a few, and before I even managed to trigger the turf war, Sweet got run over by a car. Now, A weird thing with Sweet is he can be inside a car that explodes and he loses half his health. But if a car runs him over, instant dead. Instantly dead. And you can see on the minimap, Sweet is a little bit further away from me, and he's not going to come. He's easily lost, this boy. So I've got 3 ballers on the map, and I'm just trying to survive with this very small amount of HP, and I really need Sweet's help. I don't get it, but I need it. Sweet is completely useless in this. And I also hate these low ready cars because I want to try and turn the camera, end up doing some kind of mad shit. So I tried to kamikaze the car into this guy. He had sense and moved out the way. And now we're buying another blender. And look at this. This is a great thing to show you here. Baller right in front of Sweet's nose, shooting at me, or trying to punch me actually. And he does nothing. And we are getting shot from 2 sides, and Sweet is just running around. Although he does kill this guy. Now he runs back the way. He doesn't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to hide somewhere, and having to soak up bullets with limited HP all the time. Like, look at Sweet. He's so, like, he has no idea what's going on. I think he even got shot there. Finally turns around. And now he wants to cover beside me. Does he kill anyone here? He kills 1. And then he starts just posing again. He finally kills another one, maybe. He's shooting. Does he actually kill him? There's this one guy that's... Oh, excuse me. There's this one guy that's trying to edge close to me. And, Sweet. Yep, okay, he finally did something. Oh man, I'm getting stressed just re-watching this. So yeah, I'm low health, and I can't find any health, and I'm dead. For those screaming at your computer monitors or TVs or phones, I do eventually find health. There is a snack machine not far away that I was too stupid to think about. So we do eventually find health. This was a really strange one. Look at the garage! Look! He had locked himself inside the garage. And he couldn't get out. I was looking for him for like 5 minutes. Where is he? I eventually just stopped looking for him and just thought I'll take a flaming car to the last ballers. And just happened to drive past my own garage, which opened. And he's inside. Unbelievable. I don't know how he managed to lock himself in the garage, but there we go. I was so happy when I discovered this beautiful sprunk machine. I went for a quick sprunk stop. Well, I say quick, it's not that fast. But I was just so thankful that there is health available to me. And it only costs $1 per can. So here we are again. And, yep. He got hit by another car. I think that was the second wave, might have been the third. But we got quite far into it. And yes, indeed. One shot by a car. That's how it works with Sweet. I was trying to get into this car. And eventually did. And I'm like, Sweet, please shoot someone. And then I was like, oh shit. This car is scripted and won't let me drive it. And I just got run over as well. So I went to buy a blender again. Took a little bit of damage, but that's kind of funny. So I included it into the montage here. But yeah, this mission, probably the worst one. There's been hard ones. Now, like the meat business, for example, that was hard. But I could rely on myself, and even my lawyer friend, I could rely on him. However, with Sweet, I couldn't rely on him. And Sweet was just so easily killable and so useless. Eventually, I used my brain again, and I was like, if I just put 1 bullet into one of them, Sweet will think that I'm being attacked, and he will defend me. So what I was doing was I was just popping 1 bullet into an enemy, and then running around trying to stay alive while Sweet slowly finished them off. And it was working. Amazingly, it was working. Well, it was working when Sweet didn't try to shoot through a wall. that was not fun. Yeah, there was a lot of enemies, and it was very slow progress. This took many days, by the way, many days. If I wasn't so far into this challenge, I might have knocked it on the head. It broke my brain a bit. I have suffered. Can I sue Rockstar? I have like gone through trauma with this game. I mean, look at Sweet. Look at Sweet. He's shooting into the wall. I think he eventually gets one. So I'm just wall hopping here, hoping that something happens. And yeah, what happens was they're all just running up against the wall with no way to me to do damage to them or them to do damage to me. I eventually tried to take cover behind a light pole. That exploded. And yep, we lost Sweet. Go back and get him. So I was like, let me just take a quick sprunk stop first. This machine was the real companion. There's no doubt about it. The machine was my companion. Sweet was like a non-entity. He did nothing. I haven't included every single death, every single mission fail into this video, or it would just be too long. This is only a half-an-hour video, and there's just not enough time. But I believe this is the run that we do manage to complete it on, I think. I hope. This car was one of only 2 guaranteed car spawns. This and Sweet's own car, which you'd have to travel far enough away to get it to respawn. These cars would respawn quite regularly. As you can see, no traffic, no pedestrians, so no help with anything like that. These guys were not easy to do a car bomb on. With their MP5s, they would easily shoot the car, set it into flames very easily, and yeah, it wasn't a good strategy. But with Sweet being so bad, I was like, you know what? If I could just take one out here, I'll take that. And yeah, 2 of them run away. They do have some brains, these NPCs, sadly. So they ran away from the exploding car. The one trapped underneath it didn't. So I was happy about that. There's one less. And I'm just in pure survival mode here. Just like, please, Sweet, do something. So Sweet is just standing in the middle of Grove Street. I'm like, you know what? You keep waiting there. I'll go and get some more sprunk.
Hey, over here, come on,
Check on the minimap there, or just pause it to go to sleep. This just took so long in real life hours and in game time, as we have another night cycle here.
Man, keep up.
So that was the second wave done. First wave is actually pretty simple. Second wave is hard, and third one, of course, is not easy. One of the also guaranteed car spawns is just behind the 𝐂𝐄𝐄, which is just outside of the border of where you can and can't be. But if you're there for not too long, you can get away with it. Now this was a risky one, me putting this car bomb right in between all of them. Although I think I did manage to get quite a few of them. Finally, health and body armor spawns on Grove Street. I've been waiting for this, and now we're full health, full body armor, and all these guys are going to funnel down this little death corridor. So what I do is just pop out, fire one bullet, or let them hit me, because I can have infinite health now. So if I get a few bullets shot on me, it doesn't matter. So one bullet on him, wait for Sweet to get in position to shoot back, which he finally does, very slowly. And they start celebrating. I'm like, is that it? No, there's still 3 guys on the bridge. They finally come around. I'm just waiting for Sweet to do something. And I'm not shooting this guy, I'm just having my crosshairs over him so I can see just how low he is. Sweet will stop for no reason, like this. He just forgets we're in a gang war. Forgets he's getting shot at, forgets I'm getting shot at. And yeah, it's very frustrating. And then he just starts sliding up against the wall. For some reason just turned around like the Terminator, just instantly shot that guy in the back. And the hood is mine! The hood is mine!
Alright, man, let's get out of here.
We're, like, this sums it up. We're handshaking through a broken car. This was horrible. I hated this. Sadly, chalk up 3 kills on this one, which were unavoidable, sadly. But there we go. Episodes are out every Monday and Thursday. We are in the final stretch here. We're nearly done with this. Check out the other series I've got on the channel as well. Lots of playlists up there, and I'll see you next time.